Welcome all my pupils of 6th grade primary school. That's our weekly time for science, and today we'll have the most interesting lesson in our syllabus this semester, which is called dangers of electricity. درس مهم جدا، درس شيق جدا اسمه أخطار الكهرباء. Again, today we have a very interesting lesson. In this lesson, we must know many information, many knowledge about how to deal safely with electricity. ازاي اتعامل مع الكهرباء بشكل آمن، ازاي اتعامل مع الكهرباء بشكل جيد ما فيهوش اخطار ليا او اللي حواليا. Today we will know all about the danger of electricity, but before we know about the danger of electricity we must achieve a very important activity. لازم نعمل activity مهم جدا to differentiate between electric conductors and electric insulators. Again, we must differentiate between electric conductors and electric insulator أو المواد الموصلة للكهرباء والمواد العازلة للكهرباء. So let's start our lesson by this experiment, classifying the materials into conductors or insulators. Again, let's start our lesson by classifying materials into conductors, مواد موصلة, and insulators. Today, we mustn't talk about bad conductive electricity. We haven't bad conductive electricity because electricity may or materials may conduct electricity or not. So احنا ما عندناش حاجة اسمها موصل رديء للكهرباء، لكن الصح ان نقول insulator او عازل للكهرباء. غير الحرارة تماما. درسنا في الترم الأول موضوع مهم جدا عن heat energy أو heat conductors و bad heat conductors. لا، في الكهرباء الموضوع مختلف تماما. We have conductors مواد موصلة or insulator مواد عازلة. Again, we have conductors or insulator. But bad conductors means insulator, but it's not good knowing or good naming for this material. هو تسمية مش صحيحة قوي أو مش دقيقة قوي للمواد اللي بتعزل الكهرباء. So we must have the activity to know what are the conductors and what's meant by them, and what are the insulator and also what's meant by them. So in the following circuits, we have two circuits now. هنعمل دايرتين كهربائيتين مع بعض. Which matter can be used، أي مادة ممكن أستخدمها to complete the circuit and make the lamp light. Again, هعمل two electric circuit وهشوف هستخدم بعض الماترز اللي متاحة عندي أو available at the lab at home, like rubber, like iron, gold, copper, silver, iron, aluminium, wood, and so on, to know which of them are conductors and which of them are insulators. So let's see the activity. I have many materials such as rubber, coin, iron nail, a piece of glass, a piece of wood, copper wire. Again, I have many materials such as rubber, coin, iron nail, a piece of glass, a piece of wood, a copper wire or copper wire. So what about the two circuits? I have two circuits like them. Closed circuit on the right, دائرة مغلقة, which means that it will light or the lamp will light. It consists of, as we have studied, battery, the lamp, and the wire. دائرة كهربائية بتتكون زي ما اتفقنا the last episode الحلقة الماضية انها تتكون من battery بطارية, wire, silk, and the lamp. In the right circuit في الدائرة اللي على اليمين the lamp will light, but in the left circuit الدائرة على الشمال the lamp will not light. Why? Or give reason? Because the circuit is open. So let's have the materials which we talked about, like the rubber, the coin, the wood, the iron, and so on. Which one of them will make the lamp light and which one of them will not make the lamp light. لو استخدمت أي ماترز من دول، مين اللي هيخلي اللمبة تنور ومين اللي هيخلي اللمبة ما تنورش؟ يعني مين هو اللي هيكون conductors ومين هو اللي هيكون insulators. So let's start by the copper, or let's start by the rubber. Sorry, rubber, the first material. I remember that it will be rubber. So let me draw the circuit to know what are the conductors and what are the insulators. So I have a battery like this. نرسم مع بعض. Okay, I have a battery and a lamp and a wire, and here I will put the rubber. The lamp will light. Surely the lamp will not light. Why? It will not light. It will not light. Why? Because rubber is bad conductor. Because rubber is bad conductor. Or as I said, التسمية أدق بقى هنسميها insulator of electricity. يبقى التسمية أدق إن أنا أقول insulator لكن مش bad conductor. So again I will repeat this experiment by the coin. I have rubber, coin, iron nail, a piece of glass, a piece of wood, copper wire, and so on. So many material you can use in this activity to know what are the conductors and what are the insulator. Okay, so I will use now a coin instead of rubber. هستخدم coin بدل الرubber. So what happened if I use a coin؟ نرسم مع بعض. If I use a coin, okay, not rubber, coin, surely the lamp will light. Surely the lamp will light. Why? Because coin is made of aluminum or silver or any metal, and we know that all metals are conductors of electricity. All metals again are conductors of electricity, so coin will make the lamp light. So what about the other material, the piece of glass, the iron nail, the piece of wood? Let me draw again the circuit to know what are the conductors and what are the insulator. Okay, let me draw the circuit again. نرسم تاني مع بعض the circuit. Battery, okay, lamp, and the wire, and now I will use a piece of glass. A piece of glass. Okay. Does the lamp light? No, surely it will not light. Why? Because glass is an insulator. Glass is an insulator of electricity. Okay, glass is an insulator of electricity. هو عازل للكهرباء. So what about, or what happened if we replace، لو احنا استبدلنا the glass with a piece of iron, with a piece of copper, any material or any metal? Surely the lamp will light. If I replace the glass with another material such as copper, surely it will light. Why? Because we know that copper is a conductor, or is a good conductor of electricity, as we have studied this semester or this lesson. So again, I remember you أفكركم تاني, all metals, كل المعادن, are conductors, but there are another materials that such as, or other materials such as wood, glass, paper, cork, rubber, and so on. Air itself, okay, pure water, ماء نقي جدا, pure water, all of them are insulators or bad conductors of electricity. لكن التسمية الأصح هي قلنا إن هي insulator، لأن مفيش حاجة يعني موصل رديء للكهرباء، التسمية مش دقيقة قوي. We must say the insulator of electricity, not the bad conductor of electricity. Okay, so let's summarize what we have studied in this activity. So we can make a definition for the electric conductors. ممكن أعمل تعريف للإلكتريك كوندكتور أو المواد الموصلة للكهرباء, such as they are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. They are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. هي المواد اللي بتسمح للتيار الكهربي إنه يمر منها. Such as what? Such as we have many examples of conductors, such as iron, copper, aluminium, gold, silver, nickel, all metals. As I said, we can summarize that. And we have other materials such as human body. Our body itself is conductor of electricity. So we must take care of electric charge or electric current. It mustn't touch our body. لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي التيار الكهربي مش ممكن يلمس جسمي خالص, because human body is a conductor of electricity. Water, but pure water, ميه نقية جدا. Earth itself, earth, because earth contains salts and many minerals such as metals, so it will be a conductor of electricity. So we have many examples of electric conductors such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, all metals, human body, water, and earth. So let me have a definition again for the electric conductors. Again, they are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. Also, such as what? Such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, all metals, and also human body, water, earth. And also tungsten, which we have studied in the electric lamp, is also a good conductor of electricity, or is a conductor of electricity because it conducts electricity, so it will make the lamp light. tungsten اللي درسناه في الحلقة الماضية about the light bulb or the fluorescent lamp also is a good conductor of electricity because it's a metal such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, nickel, silver. All metals in our life, in our daily life, all metals are conductor of electricity. So what about the insulators of material? هي المواد العازلة للكهرباء. Okay, we have a definition for this insulator. So they are materials that don't allow electric charges to flow through. They are material that don't allow electric charges to flow through. هي المواد اللي ما بتسمحش للتيار الكهربي انه يمر منها such as what? Such as wood, cloth, air, plastic, glass, paper, rubber. Again, we have many examples of electric insulators such as wood, glass, air, plastic, glass, paper, and rubber. Okay, so here I have a note, or we have a note in this lesson about the electric wire. Electric wires must be made or manufactured of good conductors or insulators. Surely they will make or they will made of good conductors such as copper, aluminum, iron, and they must be covered by an insulator material such as plastic. يبقى السلك لازم يكون معمول من مادة موصلة للكهرباء such as iron or such as copper or aluminum itself, and must be covered by a plastic cover because it's an insulator material that doesn't allow electricity to touch me. يبقى لازم اتاكد كويس قوي ان كل الاسلاك اللي حواليا must be covered، لازم تكون معزولة كويس جدا because we know that electric current is a very dangerous energy. هو طاقة خطرة جدا although it's very useful in our daily life. هي مهمة جدا ومفيدة جدا في حياتنا but we must take care. It's very dangerous. It may be fatal. ممكن تكون مميتة. We must take care of electricity. Electricity في كده قاعدة لازم نعرفها كويس قوي. الكهرباء دايما ما بتغلطش، احنا اللي بنغلط. We must take care with dealing with electricity to save or to save our life or to deal with electricity safely, and we must have precautions of electricity to deal with it. Okay, so again the electric wires is made of copper, although that they are covered by plastic. Give reason because copper is good conductor of electricity, and because plastic is an insulator of electricity. So let's start the most interesting lesson today about dangers of electricity. Again, let's start our lesson today about dangers of electricity. Okay, we have two types of dangers. عندنا نوعين من اخطار الكهرباء. Which one? First one is direct injuries، إصابات مباشرة, and second one is indirect injuries، إصابات غير مباشرة. If we deal with electricity with a wrong way, with a wrong manner، لو تعاملنا مع الكهرباء بشكل خاطئ, we will have injuries. ممكن يكون في إصابات لا قدر الله. So we must take care. We have two types of injuries and we must take care how to avoid them. نتجنبهم. ازاي اتجنب الاخطار اللي صادره من الكهرباء. We must take care of them. This lesson is very interesting and very easy at the same time and very important, not for the exam itself but for our life. هو مهم جدا مش بس في الامتحان او الاسئله لكن مهم لحياتنا احنا الشخصيه. So we have today two injuries which are direct injuries، اصابات مباشره، and indirect injuries، اصابات غير مباشره. Okay, so let's start with first one, which is direct injuries، إصابات مباشرة such as fires، الحرائق، electric shock، الماس الكهربائي أو الصعقة الكهربية، burns، الاحتراق. Again, we have fires, electric shock, burns. I can hear someone protest. في شخص يعترض يقول طب ما الفايرز هي البيرن. لا، الفاير معناها fire in a place، احتراق في مكان such as house, a building, a cinema, a school, hostel and so on. But burns means fire in your body، هو احتراق في الجسم، جسم الشخص. Okay, وان شاء الله هنتكلم عنهم بالتفصيل in this lesson. Again, we have three types of direct injuries، ثلاث انواع من الاصابات المباشره which are fires، الحرائق، electric shock، الصدمه الكهربائيه او الماس الكهربائي، burns، الاحتراق. Okay, so let's start with fires. Fires, what are the fires? They are fires occur as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine. They are fires which occur as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine. هي الحرائق الناتجة عن زيادة حرارة بعض الأجهزة الكهربائية such as what? Such as electric iron، المكوى الكهربية، electric heater، الدفاية الكهربية أو السخان الكهربي، and so on. Okay, so now we have a caller from El Fayoum, our dear friend Bassam. How are you, Bassam?
Fine.
Bassam, how are you?
I am fine.
Okay, Bassam, how are you? Okay, Bassam. How is science with you, Bassam, this semester?
It's good.
Science good, okay. Do you studied or did you study the electric dangers?
Yes.
Or, yes? Yes, Bassam?
Yes.
Okay. Bassam, can you give me definition for the fires? Can you give me definition for the fire? What's meant by fire?
For what?
Fire, حرائق. Electric fire, حرائق الكهربية.
Electric fire?
Electric fire. Okay, Bassam, I will give you another question. Give reason, Bassam, the filament of the electric lamp is made of tungsten.
Because it has a high melting.
Very good, excellent, Bassam. The filament of the electric lamp is made of tungsten because it has high melting point. Also, another give reason, Bassam. Give reason, the fluorescent lamp is filled with argon gas.
To prevent the filament from the burning.
To prevent the filament from burning. Okay, Bassam, can you summarize what are the structure of the fluorescent lamp? What is the structure, or what are the structures of the fluorescent lamp? تركيب fluorescent lamp. Fluorescent lamp consists of what?
Two tungsten filaments.
Two tungsten filament. Excellent.
Some of the mercury vapor.
What, Bassam?
Some of the mercury vapor.
Mercury vapor. Okay. Yeah. Mercury vapor or drops of mercury. What about the glass tube or the glass pulp?
Glass tube.
Glass tube, surely. And what is the last thing in the fluorescent lamp? في حاجة مهمة جدا ادي two tips بسام في الطرفين.
And inert argon gas and
Okay.
points of connection.
Points of connection, surely, Bassam, excellent. So the fluorescent lamp consists, as you said, Bassam, consists of glass tube, two filaments of tungsten, and 2 points connection, and it's also filled with argon gas and drops of mercury, and also the surface of the glass tube is covered with what, Bassam?
What?
The glass tube is covered with the glass tube. The glass tube of the fluorescent lamp is covered with phosphoric material, Bassam. Okay? Okay, Bassam, thank you for your participation with us today, and wait for us for the electric dangers. It's a very interesting lesson and very important lesson for our life today, Bassam. Thank you very much. So let's return to our lesson about the electric dangers, and now we will study the first danger of them, which is the electric fire. And I have definition for the electric fire, and also I have reason for the electric fire which we must avoid. لازم نتجنبها كويس قوي to live stably with the electric current. So again, fires, they are fires that occur as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine, such as what? Such as I said, electric iron, electric heater, electric fire, and so on. So let's have electric fire reason. They are very long reason, but they are very important reason at the same time. Such as what? Such as placing the electric machine, or placing an electric machine that generates heat, such as heater or iron, near to some flammable materials, such as curtains, furniture, carpets, clothes. Again, واحد ممكن يحط كده جهاز بيولد حرارة زي المكوى أو السخان أو الدفاية الكهربية بالقرب من flammable material، مواد قابلة للاشتعال، such as curtains ستاير، furniture قطع الأثاث أو الموبيليا، carpets السجاد or clothes الملابس that may cause electric fire. So again, we mustn't put or we mustn't place electric machine that generates heat, such as heater or iron, near to some flammable material such as curtains or furniture or carpets or clothes. So now we have another caller from Alexandria, Osama. How are you, Osama? Salma,
I'm
sorry,
fine.
so sorry, Salma. Salma, how are you, Salma?
I'm fine.
Okay, how is science with you, Salma?
Good.
Good, okay. Did you have an examination for the midterm this semester?
What?
Did you have an examination or an exam for midterm this semester? امتحنتي midterm يا سلمى؟
No.
No, up till now? Why you are late? Okay, Salma. You have a question, Salma, or you want to be asked?
I want to be asked.
You want to be asked, okay, Salma. Did you study the electric dangers?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. What are the electric or direct electric dangers? What are the electric direct dangers? Like fires? What? Okay, Salma. Did you study the electric lamp?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The base of the electric lamp is ended with what? The base of the electric lamp is ended with what? Piece of what?
What?
The base of the electric lamp، القاعدة بتاعت المصباح الكهربي تنتهي بحاجة مهمة قوي اسمها ايه؟ piece of piece of lead، قطعة رصاص. Very good, Salma. So, Salma, can you tell me why we choose tungsten for making the filament of the electric lamp?
Because it has high melting point.
Okay, Salma. If we replace tungsten by iron or copper, for example, لو بدلنا التungsten حطينا copper or iron, what happened?
It will melt.
It will melt at high temperature and the lamp will not give light. Okay, Salma, what is the best connection of lamps at our home? Series or parallel?
Parallel.
Why, Salma? Give reason. Parallel is preferred.
Because if one turns off, the other doesn't turn off.
Excellent, Salma. Because if one lamp turns out or burns out, all the other lamps aren't affected and still giving out light. Thank you, Salma, for your participation. And wait for us today for the most interesting lesson about the electric generators, okay? Thank you, Salma. So, now let's return back to another reason for the electric fire. سبب تاني للاحتراق الكهربي أو الحرائق الكهربية. أسباب كتيرة جدا. We must take care of them to live, as I said, safely with electricity. Plugging more than one machine to one socket that causes electric overload. So the wire heats up and leads to fire. Okay? كلام الحاجات دي مهمة جدا جدا، لازم ناخد بالنا منها كويس قوي because or to live safely and enjoy the electric current at our home, at our school, at all places we live in. Okay? So again, plugging more than، لما احط اكتر من جهاز، اكتر من ماشين to one socket that causes the electric overload. ده ممكن يسبب حاجة بنسميها الحمل الكهربائي الزيادة. So the wire heats up and leads to the fire. يعني لو حد بيستخدم مشترك for example وحاطط فيه اكتر من socket، اكتر من فيشة للكمبيوتر واللابتوب والشاحن والمكوى والتلفزيون والريسيفر، كل ده مش صح. لازم اوزع عشان ما اعملش حاجة اسمها overload. لازم اوزع كل السوكت to another socket and increase the overload of the electricity that may cause electric fire. ده ممكن يسبب احتراق كهربي او لا قدر الله حريق في المكان ده. Okay, that's another reason for the electric fire. Okay, like this picture, it's a very important picture. We must know or we mustn't do that because it makes electric overload. ده بيعمل حمل كهربائي زيادة. Again, because it make electric overload. Okay, so another reason for the electric current, not disconnecting the electric current from the electric machine that generates heat after use. واحد ما بيفصلش التيار الكهربي from the electric machine that generates heat after use. For example, the electric iron، المكوى. المكوى جهاز خطير جدا جدا في بيوتنا. Please, we must make sure، لازم نتأكد كويس قوي I disconnected، أنا فصلت تماما the electric current from the electric iron after use عشان ما اسيبهاش واخرج for example ممكن لا قدر الله يحصل electric fire. Again, we must take care of disconnecting the electric machine that generates heat such as iron, such as electric fire، الدفاية الكهربية in cold winter days. We must make sure it's disconnected، هي منفصلة طبعا الكهرباء when we finish using it، such as electric iron، المكوى الكهربية، such as electric fire، الدفاية الكهربية، such as electric heater أو السخان الكهربي. So we must take care of this point to deal safely with electricity and not cause electric fire. Okay, another reason for the electric fire, or we have a نقطة مهمة جدا. What happens if there is electric fire happen in your place? Okay, I can put it off، ممكن أطفيها by water? Surely not. Why? Because we know that water, pure water, is an insulator of electricity. هي ما بتوصلش كهرباء. So we can use pure water. But all water around us isn't pure 100%. It contains salts. المياه اللي حوالينا كلها فيها salts. So we mustn't use water to put out the electric fire. ما ينفعش استخدم خالص المية في إطفاء أي حرائق كهربية because it's a conductor electricity because it contains salts. So we must use what? We must use استخدم إيه طبعا عشان أطفي أي حرائق كهربية؟ I must use electric sorry, you must use fire extinguisher طفاية حريق, or I must use sand if it's available at home. So again, we must keep a bucket of sand. لازم يكون في مهم قوي bucket of sand gathered around inside our labs, inside our schools, inside our classes, inside our kitchen to use it instead in the case of electric fire. And also we must have fire extinguisher at every place that has electric connection to be used at the case of electric fire. So موضوع مهم جدا. لازم يكون عندنا طفايات حريق, لازم يكون عندنا جرادل رمل, bucket of sand to use it in the case of electric fire. So water is not used to put out fires of electricity because water is good conductor of electricity. Again, water is good conductor of electricity, so we mustn't use water in putting off fires because water is a good conductor of electricity, or because water is a conductor of electricity. Okay, so we must use what? We can use sand in putting out electric fire. Okay, so the second type of direct injury, النوع الثاني من الإصابات المباشرة that may cause from the electric fire, which is the electric shock أو الصدمة الكهربية أو الماس الكهربائي أو القاع الكهربائي. يعني واحد لمس أسلاك مش متغطية كويس, أسلاك بيسموها naked wire, أسلاك عريانة زي ما بنسميها باللغة الشائعة, أو any source of electric current, أي مصدر تيار كهربي, or anything that has electric current. Okay, so what's meant by electric shock? Okay, is the result of, هي نتيجة أو هي ما ينتج من electric current passing through the human body. Again, is the result of passing through electric current through the human body, or is the result of an electric current passing through the human body. So let us know what are the reasons of electric shock. لازم نعرف كويس قوي أسباب electric shock. هنا في صورة مهمة جدا. We must take care of this, especially little children, الأطفال الصغيرين بالذات. لازم ناخد بالي كويس قوي إنهم ما يكونوش near the electric source or use the electric current by themselves lonely. لازم ناخد بالنا كويس قوي, ما ينفعش الأطفال الصغيرين يستخدموا الكهرباء بنفسهم أو بمفردهم. Okay, again, little children must be avoided or must be away from the electric current because it may cause electric shock. So what are the reasons of electric shock? I have many reasons, such as a part of your body touches a wire with electric current and touches the ground with another part. Okay, جزء من جسمك بيلمس تيار كهربي والجزء الآخر من جسمك بيلمس الأرض. كده أنا عملت circuit, دائرة كهربائية مقفولة, so it will cause electric shock. That's the first reason of electric shock. A part of your body touches a wire with electric current and touches the ground with another part. Another reason, you touch with one part of your body a wire that has electric current in it and touches a material conducting electricity and connected to the ground. ممكن ألمس تيار كهربي بجزء من جسمي, for example your hand, and the rest of your body, باقي جسمك, touches a material such as iron or such as copper, such as silver, such as nickel, such as water, such as the earth, and also any material that conducts electricity such as another human body and touches the ground at the same time, so it will make a complete circuit, a complete cycle, دائرة كهربية مغلقة, so it will cause electric shock. يبقى لو لمست أي مصدر كهربي وأنا واقف على الأرض, surely it will cause electric shock because it's complete the cycle. هنا بيكمل الدائرة, دائرة كهربية طبعا, so it will cause electric shock. Okay, so I must be avoided to touch the ground if you touch a thing that has electric current. Again, لازم اتعامل مع الكهرباء بحرص شديد جدا, وبليز ما اتعاملش مع الكهرباء واتعلم من اول مره لوحدي. لازم يكون في شخص ليدر او شخص كده انستراكتور هو اللي بيعلمني ازاي اتعامل مع الكهرباء. Okay, so again, you touch with one part of your body the electric current, the wire had electric current, and touch a material conducting electricity and connected to the ground. Okay, you touch two wires that conducting electricity, ده سبب تاني للإلكتريك شوك. اوكي, harms something of electric shock depend on, هي معتمدة على ايه بقى؟ ليه شخص ممكن لا قدر الله يتوفى او يموت في الإلكتريك كارنت او الإلكتريك شوك لكن شخص تاني ما يموتش؟ it depend on the strength of electric current, معتمدة على قوة التيار الكهربي, or and the time taken by the electric current to pass, الوقت اللي استغرقه في مرور التيار الكهربي داخل جسم الانسان ده. يبقى لو السترينث عالية جدا, شدة التيار الكهربي عالية جدا, والتايم الوقت كبير جدا, so it will cause the electric shock. Okay, so the last one, the last electric danger. اخر خطر كهربي ممكن نواجهه في حياتنا هو electric burn او الاحتراق الكهربي. They are the burn that resulting from electricity and causes the damage of the bytes. هي الاخطار الناتجه او الحروق الناتجه عن مرور التيار الكهربي في الجسم، وده بيسبب damage او تلف للانسجه. So what are the reasons of the electric burn? We have many reasons. A part of your body touches directly an electric current. source ألمس تيار كهربي مباشرة. A part of your body touches fire or spark resulting from electric fire. ألمس شرارة كهربية. A part of your body touches an electric machine that generates heat such as heater or iron. ممكن ألمس آلة كهربية تولد حرارة زي المكوى أو السخان أو الدفاية. Okay, so the last one is indirect injuries. It's one only. They are also caused by electricity. هي متسببة بالكهرباء، لكن الإصابة هنا مش من الكهرباء directly مباشرة، لكن ممكن for example شخص يكون بيعمل fixing للكهرباء، بيصلح كهرباء on a ladder على سلم and fall down يقع and may break، ممكن يكسر his leg his arm. So these injuries الإصابات ديت مش مباشرة من الكهرباء، لكن هي إصابة يعني غير مباشرة، بيسموها indirect injuries، إصابات غير مباشرة from electricity itself. Okay, so we must take care of them. So we have many precautions. عندنا تحذيرات مهمة جدا أو نصائح مهمة جدا how to deal with electricity. We must take care of them for not only the exam but for our life. Don't play with electric connection. ما ينفعش ألعب خالص بأي توصيلات الكهربية. Okay, don't play with the electric connection. And I remember you بفكركم we have a short video after a short time to show how to deal with electricity، ازاي اتعامل مع الكهرباء. After I explain this precaution، بعد ما اشرح ان شاء الله التحذيرات دي كلها، هنشوف فيديو مهم جدا ازاي اتعامل مع الكهرباء. اوكي، don't play with the electric connection. ما ينفعش العب في اسلاك كهربائيه خالص انا مش فاهم توصيلاتها. اللي يتعامل مع الكهرباء يكون شخص تكنيشن فني او عارف يتعامل ازاي مع الكهرباء. اوكي، don't insert metal object. ما ينفعش احط اي جسم معدني such as nail or iron thing or metal wire inside the socket، داخل اي فيشه كهربيه. Don't touch the electric machine that are connected to the electric current with a wet hand. ما نلمسش اي آلة كهربية وايديا مبلولة wet hand because we know that water is conductor of electricity because it contains salts. Like that, we must take care. I mustn't touch electric current with wet hands. Don't try to fix or clean any electric machine while connected to the electric current. ما ينفعش اصلح اي جهاز او انضفه، حتى for example television receiver vacuum cleaner while it's connected to electric current، يكون هو متوصل بالتيار الكهربي. لا، لازم اعزله تماما وممكن اشتغل فيه if I know how to deal with this device. لو انا عارف ازاي اتعامل مع الجهاز ده. For example your mobile your laptop you want to fix it، لازم اتعامل مع الجهاز واكون فاهم كويس قوي بتعامل معاه ازاي but must be disconnect، لازم يكون غير متصل بالكهرباء تماما. اوكي، don't extend electric wire، نقطة مهمة جدا on the ground. ما ينفعش يكون في اسلاك ممتدة على الارض لان ممكن شخص يحصل له trapping فيها يتشانكل and it may cause direct injuries or indirect injuries، هيسبب اصابة مباشرة او غير مباشرة in this case. So no one trips while walking on them. Okay, like this picture, it's very important. صورة مهمة جدا to know how we mustn't extend electric wire on the ground. Okay, so now don't leave the wire naked or buried and not insulated. ما ينفعش تسيب الاسلاك خالص مش متغطية بشكل محكم او بشكل متقن. Don't leave the wire naked or buried and don't insulated or not insulated like this. We must cover the electric wire. لازم اغطي كل الاسلاك الكهربية. Don't place several connections in the same socket. ما ينفعش اسيب اكتر او احط اكتر من توصيلة في نفس السوكت to avoid electric overload، عشان نتجنب الحمل الكهربائي الزيادة. Okay, don't leave electric machine connected with the electric current while taking a bath. واحد بياخد حمام for example or بياخد شاور، ياخد باله كويس قوي ما يكونش فيه اي ماشين متصلة جوه الحمام. For example the hair dryer اللي هو بنسميه استشوار، او موبايل بيسمع منه اغاني او حاجه زي كده، ممكن يسبب electric shock لا قدر الله. So now let's have a short video to know how to deal with the electric current. short video مهم جدا ازاي اتعامل مع التيار الكهربي. Okay, we studied how to deal with the electric current or with the electricity, and we studied what are the dangers of electricity. So now we will see a short video about how to deal with the electric current. Now let's see. Look here, I have a naked wire or a bared wire سلك مش متغطي كويس it may cause electric shock and may one trapped on them ممكن شخص يتشنكل فيه. Okay, we must take care not extending electric wire on the ground because may someone trip on them ممكن شخص يتشنكل فيهم and cause dangers. ده غلط جدا يكون في اسلاك كده خارج الحوائط. لازم يكون كل الاسلاك covered or inside the walls or inside a pipe. Okay, يكون داخل pipe او داخل مواسير. So I have here a very important advice for the electric dangers. Don't attempt to repair damaged extension cords. Instead, take them to a professional electrician or have them replaced. يعني لو في اسلاك كهربائيه زي اللي شفناها من شويه كده تقريبا شبه معدمه خالص لازم ناخد بالنا كويس قوي. ما احاولش اصلح فيها كتير لكن ممكن استبدلها باسلاك جديده او اجيب شخص فني هو اللي يعمل دوت. اوكي، ده موضوع مهم جدا. We must take care of the wires around us because it may cause electric shock. ده ممكن يسبب ماس كهربائي. Again, how to deal with the socket. ازاي اتعامل مع السوكت؟ If I want to take it off لو عايز اخلعها I must take it off like this way. الطريقة ديت هي الأحسن to avoid cutting the socket. Okay. So we have many examples of how to deal with electricity like the hair dryer أو السشوار. I must take care of how to deal with the electric machine. We mustn't be near the water. لازم ما نكونوش قريبين من المية خالص because it may cause electric burn or electric fire or electric shock at the same time. طبعا دي كارثة كبيرة قوي. Okay, we must take care of the electric machine that generates heat. It must be away from the electric or away from the water. You need CFC protection. Whatever your electrical appliances could come into contact with water. لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي. اوكي، لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي. اوكي، ان يكون في فاصل بين الجهاز اللي بستخدمه وايديا انا شخصيا. اوكي، تمام. اوكي، so we must take care of the electric sockets. اخد بالي كويس قوي من electric socket. ويكون كمان التكنيشن اللي بيعملها لي في البيت دي كان يعمل لي كده make sure it's reliable. يعني يكون معتمد عليها او هي فعلا تستحمل electric current اللي موجوده عندي في البيت. اوكي، look here, it's very hot. Why? Because the electric socket aren't properly worked. ده موضوع خطر جدا برضو. The electric socket must be fixed correctly. لازم تكون ثابته تماما. ده موضوع تاني مهم جدا. electric overload الحمل الكهربائي الزياده خطر جدا. Okay, overload your circuits with appliances can only end one way badly. ممكن ينتهي بطريقه سيئه جدا لو في overload زياده، يعني حمل كهربائي زياده في التيار الكهربي. ده خطر جدا ممكن يسبب electric burn او electric fire. لازم استخدم piece of plastic to close the socket if I have little children. لو في اطفال صغيرين دي نقطه مهمه جدا. We must use a piece of plastic to close the electric socket if we have little children out at our home. Okay, so again the electric socket must be suitable for the electric current passing through my home. لازم يكون مناسب جدا للتيار الكهربي اللي في البيت عندي. Okay, if I have something like that I must switch off the electric current. لازم افصل التيار الكهربائي فورا and call the technician واتصل بالفني هو اللي يقدر يتعامل مع ده كويس قوي. If sparks, smoke or a burning smell is coming from your electric deal, call an electrical right way. لازم اتصل فورا بالتكنيشن او الفني او الكهربائي هو اللي يتعامل معاه فورا. انا ما اقدرش اتعامل مع ده شخصيا because I'm not qualified in this branch of electricity. Okay. Okay, using more than one socket in the same or one socket in the same socket it will cause electric overload as I said before. ده يسبب حمل كهربائي زيادة. I must take care of this. Okay. Okay. So if electric spark happen لو حصل شرارة كهربية I must avoid going out our home. So by this short video we have reached to our end of this episode. And I summarize what you have studied today. You have studied two important things. We have studied how to differentiate ازاي افرق بين conductor and insulator, and we have made an activity for this, and inshallah we will have another short videos next episodes about how to differentiate between conductor and insulator. And also we have studied what are the dangers of electricity. They are two types, which are direct and indirect. The direct injuries are three types, which are fires, الحرائق أو الاشتعال, electric burn, الاحتراق اللي بيحصل في جسم الإنسان, and electric shock, الماس الكهربائي. And also we have studied the reasons of them, of each one of them, and also have studied the precautions, الاحتياطات أو النصائح أو التحذيرات to how to deal with this danger of electricity. And also we have showed a short video about how to deal with the electricity. So now I have the last thing in our lesson today, a very short give reason question. The question says that give reason, we mustn't put out electric fires with water, okay, because water, as I said, is good conductor of electricity. Okay, so we mustn't use water for putting out electric fires, because water, as I said, is a conductor of electricity. So by this give reason question, we have reached the end of this episode, and now I will say you goodbye and see you soon, inshallah, the next episode.